You want to review your asset portfolio over the next 3 years. You say you want to make it more balanced geographically and in other senses. Where does it look unbalanced to you?
Well, I think we really want to keep shaping the strengths of the portfolio. We want to be playing in the future where we are leader, where we make a difference. And if we identify businesses where we are not having this differentiation, where we are lower performer, lower margin, these are candidates for disposal of partnering. So that's really what we mean by improving the quality of the business and with a target of 2 billion of sales that could be shed.
What is the effect, I should say, of the yellow vest protests on Schneider Electric?
Well, I would say the direct effect is limited. I'm not sure that a lot of things are being slowed down or stopped. I would say the effect will be globally on the French economy that could be slowed down by the yellow vest impact, and then we would be impacted. So let's see what happened in 2019. It's too early to say that it is really having an impact on us.
Whilst you're talking, Emmanuel, about selling assets, I wonder, are you reviewing your UK portfolio? You, of course, bought the industrial software maker AVEVA just back, well, last year, I think it was. So maybe that's not on the block. But what are your thoughts about assets in the UK?
No, it's not AVEVA. We own a majority stake in the company. It's a fantastic company, growing very fast, and we're just super delighted with this operation. And no, there is no particular UK asset on the block. We stay absolutely committed to the UK. Of course, we'll adapt to the outcome of the Brexit, but there is no change in our plan for the UK. That remain a priority market for us.
What about the industrial automation business? How's the future of that business look like at Schneider?
Well, we have a pretty big, north of 6 billion business in industrial automation. It's growing very fast. It has been growing 8% organically in 2018. Thanks to AVEVA and a number of other organic and inorganic moves, we really have a unique digital proposition in digital automation for industrial players, and we certainly intend to keep growing that business, and the outlook is super promising.
And how excited are you about emerging markets, Emmanuel? You tell us about the Chinese expectation, but also India. You've been buying assets there of late.
Yeah, well, we also have a very, very positive view on emerging market, and we've been doing here a fantastic progress in the past years. It's close to 45% of our total business, new economies. That include China. China has been growing close to 15%, 1.5 in 2018. India is a double-digit growth. So these are obviously countries where we are growing very fast, probably gaining share. And the future is very bright.
How fast and how much share? I mean, can you get more specific, especially regarding China?
Sure. China has been starting 2018, growing north of 20%. So now we are facing higher comps. Everything was growing very fast in 2018 in China. We expect some part of the market to slow down. We flag the fact that the machine builder, the OEM end market was slowing down, but we still see construction quite dynamic. Certainly both non-resi and residential, and the latest data are pointing to still a dynamic market. And when it comes to industry, we see some of the industry clearly very dynamic: healthcare, food and bev, water, wastewater, mining, oil and gas. I mean, all these segments are growing and should keep growing nicely in China in 2019.
Emmanuel, a slightly more personal question, perhaps. I understand that the French government has plans to require top executives of French businesses to have tax residency in the UK. I think you're based in London and maybe your CEO based in Hong Kong. Is this something you're contemplating?
Well, I'm actually back in Paris, Anna, so it's not a question for me. I spent 4 years in London at the time of the Invensys acquisition and working on AVEVA, but I'm back in Paris, so it's not really a question for me.